Noah Martinez had seen plenty of strange things in his 3 years aboard the Celestial Frontier, but nothing quite prepared him for the moment Ambassador Creethal, a 7-foot-tall, Velkari dignitary covered in silvery blue fur, cornered him in the ship's medical bay with what could only be described as desperation in her 4 amber eyes. "Engineer Martinez," she rumbled, her translator collar rendering her clicking mandibles into standard English. "I require your discreet assistance." Noah set down his datapad. Curiosity piqued. The Velkari were proud beings, apex predators from a high-gravity world where showing vulnerability meant death. For Creethal to seek him out privately was unprecedented. "Of course, Ambassador. What do you need?" Creethal's fur rippled, the Velkari equivalent of nervous fidgeting. She glanced toward the door, then back at Noah. "You must promise not to laugh, human." "I promise," Noah said, though his confusion only deepened. The ambassador turned, presenting her back to him. "There is something lodged between my shoulder blades. I cannot reach it. My aide Danny attempted to help yesterday, but her fingers are too large and clumsy." Noah blinked. Danny Chen was the ship's xenobiologist and had hands perfectly normal by human standards. If Danny couldn't manage it, this had to be something incredibly small and delicate. "I'll do my best," he said. "Can you show me where?" Creethal pointed with one of her 4 arms to a spot high on her back. "There. Something became embedded during the diplomatic reception on Station Tartarus. It has been irritating me for 3 cycles now." Noah approached carefully, parting the thick fur where she indicated. The Velkari's coat was surprisingly soft, like holding dense silk. He spotted it immediately, a tiny decorative pin no larger than a grain of rice caught deep in the undercoat. "I see it," he said. "Hold still. You can retrieve it?" Hope colored Creethal's voice. "Humans are pretty good at this kind of thing." Noah's fingers worked carefully, his opposable thumbs and precise motor control making quick work of the extraction. Within 30 seconds, he held up the offending pin, an ornamental clasp from formal Tartarian attire. Creethal spun around, all 4 eyes wide. You removed it? Just like that?" "Just like that." Noah smiled, handing her the pin. The ambassador stared at him, then at the pin, then back at him. Her fur rippled in waves. "I have been in agony for 3 days." 3 days. "Danny attempted for an hour yesterday and achieved nothing. You required less than a minute." Noah shrugged. "Humans evolved doing delicate work with our hands. Tool use, crafting, that sort of thing. Plus, I grew up with a sister who had long hair. I got pretty good at finding stuck bobby pins." "Bobby pins?" "Small metal clips. Similar concept." He gestured to her back. "Your fur is dense enough that anything caught in there is basically invisible and impossible to grab, without good finger dexterity." Creethal was silent for a long moment, processing this. "The Velkari conquered 17 star systems. We have the most advanced fleet in 3 sectors. Our warriors are legendary." She held up the tiny pin. "Yet we are defeated by this." "If it makes you feel better, humans have plenty of weaknesses too," Noah offered. "Our backs are terrible. We can't see in the dark worth a damn. And don't get me started on our lack of natural armor or claws. But you have those." Creethal gestured to his hands with something approaching reverence. Precision digits with independent movement and opposable thumbs. "Do you comprehend what advantages this provides?" Before Noah could respond, the medical bay doors hissed open. Danny Chen walked in, spotted them, and froze. "Ambassador!" "Did Noah?" "He removed it," Creethal announced, displaying the pin. "In seconds." Danny's expression shifted from surprise to mild annoyance. "Are you kidding me? I tried everything yesterday. I even used tweezers." "Human tweezers are crude instruments compared to human fingers, apparently," the ambassador said. She turned to Noah. "Engineer Martinez, I have a proposition." Noah's eyebrows rose. "I'm listening." "The Velkari delegation includes 47 individuals. After witnessing the station's environment, I suspect many of them have similar complications embedded in their fur." Creethal's translator collar seemed to struggle with her next words. "Would you consent to examining my people?" Discreetly, of course, Danny burst out laughing. "You want Noah to groom your entire diplomatic delegation?" "We do not groom," Creethal said stiffly. "This would be a medical examination." "It's okay," Noah said, grinning. "I don't mind helping, though I should probably understand what I'm looking for." "Debris," Micro-shrapnel from the station's outdated air recycling system, decorative elements from Tartarian architecture. The ambassador's fur darkened slightly. Was she blushing? Perhaps some food particles. Food particles? Danny asked. The Velkari feast with enthusiasm, Creethal said defensively, and the station's gravity is 0.3 below our comfort level. Things fly more than anticipated. Over the next 2 hours, Noah found himself at the center of the strangest assembly line he'd ever participated in. One by one, Velkari delegation members were ushered into the medical bay, where Noah's nimble fingers extracted an astounding variety of objects. Microcircuits, fabric threads, 3 more decorative pins, something that might have been a dried insect, and yes, several food particles. Each Velkari reacted with similar astonishment at how quickly Noah worked. By the 15th patient, word had spread beyond the delegation. "I heard humans can extract parasites without detection," whispered a young Velkari warrior. "I heard they can manipulate individual neural strands," added another. "They built their entire civilization on their finger dexterity," said a third. "They can create machines smaller than blood cells." Danny leaned against the wall, watching with amusement as Noah worked. "You realize you're becoming a legend, right?" Noah carefully removed a twisted piece of wire from between the shoulder blades of a particularly large Velkari male. "I'm just helping out." "No," Creethal said from nearby, observing the proceedings. "You are demonstrating why humanity has become invaluable to the Galactic Council. Other species have strength, speed, armor, natural weapons. But humans—" She watched Noah's fingers work with surgical precision. "Humans have this." The large Velkari male Noah had just helped turned around, flexing his massive shoulders with relief. "For 6 days I have suffered. Our medical staff could do nothing. The human requires 10 seconds. He clasped Noah's shoulder with one enormous paw. "You have my gratitude, tiny friend." "Happy to help," Noah said, trying not to wince under the friendly but crushing grip. By the time the last Velkari had been examined, Captain Rodriguez appeared at the medical bay entrance. The stern commander took one look at the line of relieved aliens and the exhausted but satisfied engineer, and simply shook her head. "Martinez, only you could turn grooming aliens into a diplomatic incident." "It's not grooming," Creethal began. "It's definitely grooming," Danny interrupted, grinning. "I prefer to call it precision debris extraction." Wa offered. Captain Rodriguez suppressed a smile. "Ambassador Creethal, I trust Engineer Martinez has resolved your delegation's issues?" "More than resolved, Captain. He has demonstrated why humanity deserves its reputation." Creethal stood to her full impressive height. "When we return to the Velkari homeworld, I will recommend to the High Council that we formally request human technical advisors. Not for our ships or weapons, but for—" She gestured vaguely. "Quality of life matters." "You want to hire humans as professional groomers?" the captain asked incredulously. "We want to hire humans for tasks requiring extraordinary manual dexterity and precision," Creethal corrected firmly. "The applications are limitless. Maintenance, medicine, manufacturing, art." She looked at Noah. "Your species may lack claws and armor, Engineer Martinez, but you possess something far more valuable, the ability to manipulate the world at a scale the rest of us can only achieve with crude tools." Noah felt his face warm. "I just pulled some stuff out of fur." "You solved a problem in seconds that plagued my entire delegation for days," Creethal countered. "That is not insignificant." As the Velkari delegation filed out, each stopped to thank Noah with varying degrees of enthusiasm and bone-crushing shoulder grips. When the bay finally cleared, Danny flopped into a chair laughing. "Noah Martinez, groomer to the stars, it has a nice ring to it. Precision debris extraction specialist," Noah corrected, but he was smiling. Captain Rodriguez lingered at the doorway. "You know what's funny? We spend billions on advanced weapons, faster than light drives, quantum computers. And what wins over an entire species of apex predators?" She gestured to Noah's hands. "Opposable thumbs and good fine motor control." "Humanity, fuck yeah," Danny suggested. "Humanity, fuck yeah," the captain agreed, and left them to their laughter. Noah looked at his hands, these ordinary, unremarkable human hands that had somehow become the most sophisticated tools in 3 sectors of space. Maybe Danny had a point. Maybe humanity's greatest strength wasn't their intelligence or their adaptability or their stubborn refusal to quit. Maybe it was simply being able to help, one tiny extraction at a time.